Whew.
The kid's too smart to ever learn. Too on fire to feel the burn of desires all around him. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore. What's the difference between life we choose and life we dream? Let us have to let it freeze. Life's too short to know its needs. Learn the symbols. Don't just do what's simple. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore. It's not enough, it's not enough to fool yourself anymore.
Alright, how's it going, everybody? We have some very interesting things going on today. We're going to be playing some Destiny, and I wanted to... Something I did not know, because I am not well versed in all the interesting histories of the world. The author of the picture of Dorian Gray, or the portrait of Dorian Gray, whatever the fuck, Oscar Wilde, apparently had a very bad time with the legal system back in the day. I think George Bernard Shaw was pivotal, but from what I understand, essentially, Oscar Wilde went to prison uh, because he was charged as being gay, which was a crime. Which is fucked. So, just a little interesting thing to start out on. Um, he was in prison for 2 years, 1895 to 1897. So, yeah, that's fucking great. And now because I have this in windowed mode, I have to play very carefully, because if I go too far to one side, I can go over to my other screen. But I want to be able to drag stuff over, you know? wonder if I can use ear trumpet to not have my music that I want to listen to go through. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. Anyways, as it sits, we're starting here on some Destiny. I am not doing this. Hell no. This is garbage. Boom. If we're going into survival, I'm actually going to use a decent loadout. My good old rocket launcher, you know. Pretty solid, I think. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to be trying to use the bottom tree Dawn Blade instead of top tree. Everybody uses top tree Dawn Blade. That is the thing to use at the moment because it's so broken. It's super good. But I'm going to go with Dawn Boy bottom tree, mostly because I really like this Phoenix dive ability, and outside of that, it doesn't have a whole lot going for it. It's really good in PvE and like strikes, and even in Gambit, it's pretty good for ad clearing and stuff. You can have a super going forever if you're running this one. However, I think in PvP, it has some uses that people don't really, they don't think about. Alright, so okay, so no matter how far I turn, if I'm actually in game, I can't, that's nice. My team has abandoned me, so I have to do things solo. Nope, they had too much. They had more ability to kill me. Not a fan. Not a fan. Woo! Okay. By the way, I'm really bad at this game, so don't worry too much. If I'm sucking, you should understand that I am terrible at this. Alright. Push in from the back. Got him. He does have free hand grip. Good. Free hand grip, I think, is a really, really good, what do you call it? It's a really good mod to put onto things like SMGs and sniper rifles. Yeah, I was hella dead there. They've got a Telesto. Pass for the next generation, huh? Oh, he got the... I didn't even notice the turret until it was too late. That's bad. Probably going to lose this round. I'm going to push up to defend the heavy. Got him. No, he got me from the back. No! No! Fuck. That was bad. That was all bad, y'all. That was particularly the worst. I don't know how the fuck I was going to get out of that situation. I should probably not be using a sniper because I'm super, super bad at this game. I am absolutely one of the worst players, I think, on the planet. Yeah. Be smarter. Yeah, there was nothing I was going to do to get out of that. It was all bad. Wow. That was unexpected. All right. Let's get going, everybody. We got stiffs. Okay, can I? Oh, that's all I have to do. Cool. So yeah, I did just come out with a new video. It's a little bit different than what I normally do, but I think it's something that needs to be gone over. I'm critiquing anime, more specifically shonen anime, as a medium, both positive and negative traits. I've done the positive traits today, at least in some regards. There are things that I could still go over. I'll probably do an updated video later, a part 1, a part 2. Yeah, we lost the tiebreaker. But there's things there's things to go over. I did the positive ones. I still need to go over the negative ones, and so I'm gonna have to grab some clips and stuff and deal with having to dispute copyright claims as I'm trying to upload the damn thing. Auto copyright claims and shit. Wow. Behind us. Okay. Pull him this way. Get him to step out. He's got better aim than I do. Where'd they go? See, playing smart. If I play smart, I think this subclass can be really good. Bottom Tree Dawn is pretty phenomenal at being able to fake your opponents out. If you do it right, you get your opponent who runs at you, jumps at you, you jump up into the air, they go up to match you, and they go for the melee or something right as you start your Phoenix dive. There's about a 70% chance they will miss that melee. Fuck! I missed! Alright. No, he got me. He's all the way in the back. Get him! We can do this! Fuck me. God damn it, that's such a brilliant play! Come on, Law Dog King. Oh my god. It is meaningless. Yes. 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 Waste them all. Waste them all. Waste all the supers. God damn it. Oh, he put on a dead man's tail? You fucking ween. No way. No. I threw my sword. Did he freeze my sword too? Is that what happened? How the fuck does that even work? We can get this. That's heart racing right there. Oh my god. Hey, we're trying. Okay. No way! That thing, no! There is no fucking way. How in the shit? Okay. Use the most loser gun in the entire game. Where is my other melee? Come on! No! I just got like two-shot by the nature of the beast. I did not even realize that was a possibility. Son of a fuck. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Nope. They're gonna win this. But this was a hard fight, alright? This was hard fought. I can't blame any of my compatriots. Yep, that's the loss. That was harsh. Oh well, hey. We can keep trying. That's the best thing about it. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I'm really bad at this game. I know what I need to do. Wait, is it just on me right now? Do I? No? Is it in the vault? Did I put it on my Titan? Did I put it in the vault? I probably put it in the vault. Yeah, it's in the vault. Do 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 do. Dead Man's Tales, but I don't have the catalyst for it. Nope. There we go. Is very strong. It is very, very strong. I don't need the catalyst because all it is outlaw, and this thing already reloads really fast. If I swap my boots over, I gain a bunch of recovery, but if I swap them over to here, I lose all that recovery. So, we just keep the transversive steps on because they are the best. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't like the Geomags. I don't think they're very... I mean, they're good. I just don't like that subclass. The thing I can also run... Actually, the real way to run it. Oh god, I'm gonna have to lose. Okay, that's fine. If I put it down to here, that gives me 3 slots open. Dump that on there. Powerful friends, increase 86, 48. There we go. Alright, my stats are still bad, but hey, at least, at the very least, we've got a good way to do this.
Commit to your battles wisely. Every death counts. Enemy team is out of line. Topple them.
Push in. That's fine, that's fine. All we have to do is hide for a minute, and we can win this by life advantage. Or, okay, we're gonna get him. I don't need to actually get kills necessarily. Nope, not losing my life to this. What's up?
How many more games of survival you got?
I'm just playing them.
Oh, okay.
I already did all my.
Streaming? Work.
Yeah, I just already did all my shit for the week.
Okay. I was gonna say, you maybe wanted to go do some Gambit.
Yeah, we could go do some Gambit.
I think,
This is actually the best subclass to play Gambit on, anyway.
go to Dumboy.
Bottom tree Dumbler. So much super damage.
Yeah, so yeah, you can get extended super as well.
Every time you get a kill.
Yeah,
It extends the duration. And I've got the Promethean Spurs in my inventory. Did you roll with the joint?
Yeah,
I'm flat out right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're just out?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean...
Not that bad for that.
I smoked a lot.
Smoked a lot too, but goddamn.
Like, a lot.
I guess so. I guess this week, yeah, you weren't fucking around. What about you doubled the normal amount that I normally get you?
I know.
You smoke through all of this after your normal amount. It doesn't make sense.
Get fucked!
But yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't really have all that much. If that's all you got, I'll just load it.
Okay, yeah. Why are you using Cerberus? You're not gonna kill me with the Cerberus.
It's gonna be meta here by next week. It'll probably be meta. We'll probably be using the shit out of it.
I mean, maybe.
450s are getting buffed. 600s are still auto rifles are getting buffed.
There's my 10 kill streak. You know what's really broken?
What?
Having more powerful Mida. Empowering Rift Mida. 65 headshots. Cool. I can do that pretty well, I think. I know. No! He got me. Come on, dude, use your super. It's the final round. I am a fucking G. That was incredible. Oh my god. I have to clip this game out of this stream specifically because this was oh my god, holy shit. How did I even? Oh my god. Is this the loadout? Is this just it? Is this the loadout that I need to be using? Bottom tree Dawnblade with Mida, a Fellwinter's Lie, a rocket launcher that I didn't even touch. the Starfire Protocol. Now, okay, so the reason I switched to the Starfire Protocol, I know I didn't explain it at all. You get two fusion grenades, which is great, and you recharge your fusion grenades from empowered weapon damage, and then fusion grenade kills grant rift energy, which means they just completely refill your rift. You can drop one rift and then immediately get a kill and then drop another one right after. This counts as empowered weapon damage. You stand in the empowering rift, and any damage you deal gives you grenade energy. And it does it fairly well. It's a little weird. If you're using like submachine guns or something, you can get, because each bullet counts as a chunk of energy, you can get your grenades back pretty quick. But it also seems to do a similar thing. It's like you're firing a lot of bullets downrange, and so your grenade energy builds up pretty quick. You get little chunks per bullet, and they're going really quick. But for something like a 120 hand cannon, you get bigger chunks. I think it is based on the amount of damage you deal per shot. So you can get a grenade pretty quick, no matter what you're using. Fellwinters gets you a lot. I think a full grenade if you just get a kill with the Fellwinters, because it counts as a lot of damage in one chunk, and it counts as damage in little itty bitty chunks because of the way that shotguns work. If they're pellet shotties, not slugs. The Daybreak projectiles hit, and they seek out targets. So you throw them near a target, and it'll track towards them. And it also shoots out like a line of fire, which is baller shit. There's a couple of good exotics to run here. I mean, Eye of Another World is always good. Verity's Brow is okay. Starfire Protocol, obviously. Dawn Chorus. Your Daybreak projectiles cause targets to burn on contact and deal more damage to them. All of your burn effects last longer, and you gain a small amount of melee energy each time one of your burns damages a target. This thing is pretty good. Oh, that looks gnarly. It does. Just look at that. So gnarly. I do like that you can do stuff like this to it, you know? Crackle Brass. Okay. Oh, that just looks sweet. It's like a dull red to match this red here. This one's a little bit more pop. This one's a little bit more, yeah, this one's a little bit more full, you know? Saturated. This one seems a little bit, yeah. So that's a pretty good one to run. Wings of Sacred Dawn is good on any of the Dawn Boy classes. I don't have these. I want them. I don't have them. Promethean Spur. While Daybreak is active, defeating combatants or guardians creates a healing and empowering rift at their location. Super solid while you're in your super. It keeps your friends alive. So, you know, that's nice. This one? Oh, yeah, this is my... this is it's something I've been working on for a little bit. I've still got a lot of research to do on here, but essentially that there has been a huge gap in purchasing power over the past 100 years. And I've got some sources. I've looked at a lot of them. I haven't gone over all of them. I haven't gone over them super in depth. But from what I do understand of what they say, essentially the loss of workers' purchasing power has resulted in a massive, like, it doesn't like outright say this, but the things that you can kind of connect dots to, this may be some superlative correlation, but hey, there's some logic here that I can explain. Workers' purchasing power has gone down. So this has done two things. It has created a much larger wealth gap between, poorer people and rich people. Even within spheres that people could be considered rich, like making $1 million, $2 million a year, there's a huge gap between them and the people who make, 3-4 billion a year. There's a wide range in the wealth gap. But the fact that there are people who can make that much money, even people who can make $2 million a year, while there's people who are making, $10,000 a year, $12,000 a year. Homeless people who don't make money, as a job. That's disgusting. So this has caused a strange stagnation in worker growth rate. Meanwhile, CEO profits have soared. On top of that, because of the lack of purchasing power and the laws like Citizens United, there is a substantial shift away from actually protecting workers in the government. The government doesn't focus on that as much. And so, there's more labor exploitation, more, less care for the needs of workers, more legislation driven to protection of wealth. Just something I thought I'd kind of show you out of nowhere. For, whatever no reason. There's nothing to draw from that, It's not like we need to increase the wages or anything, right? What would that do? Make it to where people who are, making very little money per year can survive? I mean, come on. Why would we do that? So, yeah, no, we need to beef up wages, possibly put wage caps on people, because, nobody needs to make $1 billion a year. That's fucking ridiculous. We're going to get one more of these in, and then I'm going to take a quick break. I was sitting here working on editing video, doing some research, getting things set up for stream, figuring out how to make it to where my desktop audio node on my Streamlabs, I'll show you what's going on here. Bloop. So this right here was it was just labeled as desktop audio, and it was picking up the default, and for some reason it was also picking up my microphone. It wasn't separating the two as they should be, so my microphone was being picked up by microphone and by desktop. But if I muted microphone, desktop wouldn't pick up the microphone, so I was getting an echo. Now it's set up, and I'm pretty sure it's resolved, but I don't have an echo coming from microphone 2 onto desktop. I might. I'm not entirely sure. Y'all tell me. Matter of fact, I'm going to check and figure this out. So let me mute this, and I will learn. Alright, turns out we're good. The way I thought we would be. Boom. Let's put that there. So, Another thing that is that comes from the lack of worker pay with this increasing wage gap, something that's a little bit, it's kind of tangential, is that workers don't have the ability to have as much free time on their hands because they have to pour more time into working because they're not making as much money, and consecutively each year, if they don't get any sort of raise, then their money is worth less every single year, simply because of the way inflation works. So if you're not getting decent wage like raises, because inflation is around 1.8% every year on average, at least it has been for the past 10 years, which is a historically low inflation rate, yes, but that doesn't mean that it's fine the way it is. I wonder why they did that. Wow, he did not take the shotgun damage. Very surprising. They had somebody commit seppuku just a minute ago. I'm here to watch you. You get it. Yeah, there you go. I'm not greedy. I don't want your... Wow, I thought I was out of that. I should have healed myself. I just had to take a second. No! No, they got me! Look. Alright, well, that was bad. Definitely not good. Mod, bod, god. Okay. Phantom, can you do it? You seem to be doing it. Get them, Phantom. Oh, shit. The soda shirt's getting on the Outriders. Sandwich waiting room! That's right. That's what it's called when you're trying to join the condiment crew. You're in the sandwich waiting room. No, I didn't get the shotgun. I missed. No, no, this was existentially terrifying for me. Oh God, my entire life flashed before my eyes. How could I be the victim? Alright, let me get this time. I will be greedy. He couldn't even see me! He's coming for me! That's some real geomag shit right there. We got one person left. Come on, Phantom. Get him. You can do it. Yay! Phantom Dust, you did it! Yay! This is real proletariat praxis right here. We are working together to defeat the fascies. I guess. I don't know. Squad up. Let's go. How? That... Do you see... Okay, that is a problem I have noticed with, fusion grenades, is they have a tendency to do, the dumbest of shit. Did you think that you could be saved? Come on. Step up. Grims, get him. I'll cut him off. How? That's some horse shit right there. I dislike when that happens. Okay, they won one. It's alright, we got this. We've got this. Fresh generator needs to be run out of light. He needs to be the first one who's actually, like, eliminated. Take it away, Gumby. Would you melee? Please, I hit the melee. Please. I specifically meleeed after shooting so that I could kill him and not die. Run him out of lives. Run him out of lives. Let me go back up Phantom Dust. Soy and Reddit. That is your playstyle. We're not losing to you! We're not losing to you! Thank you. Palindrome, huh? Can you get fresh generator, please? We need to stay spread out away from... Wait, what? Was that melee? Yeah, that was the melee. No way, dude. Okay. Alright, they can have it. They can have it. That's fine. That's fine. Only one kill out of it. That's kind of sad, but, you know, shit happens. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. Jesus. My first one didn't hit, but, you know. That's fine. No. 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 We win! Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yet again. Woo! That was great. Alright. Alright. Seems to be the ultimate. That's right. Look at all the Condiment Crew members. It says 16 because there's so many on PlayStation, but I don't play on PlayStation anymore. Cool. That is Puggers, my doggers. So let's go right here to the courtyard. Yeah, if you think Stalin is God and the DPRK is based and wholesome, you're cringe, alright? Get that shit out of here. Anyone who idolizes a person, like, you're idolizing Stalin, of all people who claim to be leftists. There's only one that's worse. Somebody who co-opted the language of lefties and used it for their own ends. There's only one person worse than Stalin, I think. Stalin, not based. Stalin, not God. DPRK, cringe. Okay? The way it stands right now, it's bad. They need a beautiful, wholesome change in the way that they or run. Like, okay, so the DPRK is not socialist. China is not socialist. The USSR was not socialist. Just period. End of story. They're not socialist by any definition of the word. None. I mean, I guess by Republican definition of the word, by conservatives in the U.S., their way of describing what socialism is, I guess that's accurate, but they're not socialist. Not by the people who, crafted the theories. I mean, socialism is the democratic workplace ownership shit, people owning the means of production where they work. Not an individual owning it, but collective ownership of those means of production. And, well, the DPRK, China, and the USSR don't have that. Neither does neither does Vietnam. So we got that as well going. They also did not abolish the commodity form. Those are the two most essential characteristics of socialism. Now, you can do selective decommodification and democratic ownership of the means of production, and that would be market socialism. You have a market in place to determine things. And honestly, I don't know how we're going to get away with just abolishing all markets because planned economies have failed every time they've tried. Now, I think we could do a market sector with planned mixed economies in a sense. Like there are some things that you don't have markets for, like healthcare and food, but other things where you need to figure out where resources go. I mean, even food might need some sort of mild market, but I think you can decommodify them at the same time. Not that you put them completely under the government's plan control and shit like that, but that you have a quote-unquote market, a place where people can go and like get service goods and shit, but like a grocery store, but they are all decommodified. You don't have to pay when you go there. Take a concept, the same kind of concept as a universal healthcare, the Medicare for All plan, and you do that with food as well, where food is paid for. That would really strip places like McDonald's of being able to make money, and at least at the extent that they do, which would reduce their influence in our government. Just a small thought, But, as it sits at this exact second, I've been going for almost an hour exactly. We're at 59 minutes and 44 seconds. So I am going to, as I said, take myself a bit of a break, and then we will be back. So I don't want to take it right before, right on the hour mark. I want to take it right on the hour mark. So I will be right back now.
The kid's too smart to ever learn. Too on fire to feel the burn of desires all around him.
Alrighty, we are back. Alright, so, I got a quick question for everybody. Who knows what money is, why it has value? Like, what is the purpose of money? Can anybody answer that one? I'll give you a little bit, and we'll come over here. We'll get things ready. I'm gonna look over some stuff real quick while I wait. Give it a minute. Ooh, what does this look like? That looks alright. That looks okay. Could look better though. Alright, well, so, to answer my previous question, here we go. This is what we got. Money. Money only has value because of what your government will accept as payment for taxes. You don't own your money, you hold on to money. You cannot burn it or otherwise willfully destroy it. There are actually laws about destroying money. Like, you can be charged with a federal crime if you rip a dollar bill in half. Like, it's a real thing. You can't just do what you want with your money. It is essentially a loan to you from the government so that you can pay taxes and afford commodities, which even some things such even most basic needs, because of the way capitalism works, has become commodities. So the secondary reason for value, in a societal sense, is purchasing of commodities. Believed through capitalist propaganda pushing consumerism. This is absolutely true because why the fuck do we have to pay for food? Like, why don't we just get that taken care of? Our government should be able to take care of that. Same thing with our health care. Heavy uptick of money use after basic needs became commodities. Because, people, peasants and stuff way back in the day, in feudal days, yeah, they didn't have great standards of living and shit because they were treated like shit. But, you know what they did have? Food, a decent amount of, at a good period of time, over good periods of time. I mean, a lot of it was taken from them to support the king's needs and the kingdoms and shit like that. But they had food. Like, it wasn't necessarily enough, but they had it. There are other governments currently today that provide food for their citizens, like rations and shit, and it doesn't seem to be hurting them any. People still go out and work. There are still people who do farming because it's taken care of. Like, that is a thing where essentially a government control thing could work in that regard. I really do believe that one. So basically, money is only valuable because the government will accept it as a payment for taxes. It will not accept any other thing as payment for taxes. It takes money. If they stopped taking the U.S. dollar here in the U.S. for taxation, then the U.S. dollar would be worth nothing. Companies wouldn't accept it anymore because they have to pay their fucking taxes too. Nobody would want it because then it wouldn't have any value. So, I mean, you go to other countries and you try and use your money there, a lot of them don't generally take it. They'll convert it. You have to convert your currency. And what this does is, because you have to go and convert your currency to their currency is used to pay taxes, and your currency is then used to buy goods from the U.S. government or the U.S. As far as like trade deals and shit. They pay us in U.S. currency because we had to convert it in their country to their currency to buy things. You don't own your money, and taxation is not theft. Partly because theft is actually a legal term, and it wouldn't be enshrined in the most legal document in the United States. Like, Constitution, Article 1. Hey, what do you know? Article 1, Section 8. Let's just go here. Here we go. Holy shit. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 1 of the United States Constitution. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises, to pay the debts and provide for the common defense and general welfare of the United States. But all duties, imposts, and excises shall be uniform throughout the United States, which is why the federal tax rates are uniform across the states. It's not uniform across each individual person, but it is uniform across the states. That's all it has. That's all it has to be. Taxing power, spending power. That's nice. To borrow money on the credit of the United States. To regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states, and with the Indian tribes. To establish uniform rule of naturalization and uniform laws on the subject of bankruptcies throughout the United States. To coin money, regulate the value thereof and of foreign coin, and fix the standard of weights and measures. I wonder where our fucking money gets its value from, and why taxation isn't theft, and why the U.S. government has the ability to regulate commerce and tell businesses what to do in between the states and shit, and how they can act. I wonder why. It's not like that's a legal process laid out in one of our founding fucking documents of this country that people on the right always say is like, oh, it's the most important thing. You have to pay attention to the Constitution. This is unconstitutional behavior by the federal government when they're taxing me. No. Well, yeah, the founders fought no taxation without representation. Well, here's the deal. The Congress are elected representatives, and they vote on whether to tax. And when they do that, you are represented by the people that you elected. Also, they have a legal power to tax. It's not illegal because it's literally one of the enumerated powers of the United States Congress. They have the ability, they're the sole keeper of the purse of the country as well. The House of Representatives specifically has the spending power. That's just the way this shit works, okay? So I'm really never actually want to see conservatives bitching about taxes ever again. Like, ever. As far as, like, them not being legal, or they're theft, or they're unconstitutional, or any of that dumb shit. No. Get that out of my face. That is so bad. Why would you ever? They're gonna be down here. Yay. So yeah, I don't know why do conservatives go so hard on shit that is so dumb. Get that out of here. I want this, please. I need it. I also need this. Give me the rocket. If you don't like it, too bad. Alrighty. Uh, so does anybody want to hear more about that? I've made an entire video on decommodification of food, and I think a pretty good solution for what people are calling the border crisis. I know. Yes, it was. God, tell me I could aim. No! My goal of not dying! My goal of not dying! One of these days I'm gonna get myself fucking undefeated. I've done it before. I've gotten like 3 of them at this point, but never hurts to get more. Really, Fawns? You fucking got... God, if only I could aim. Bring him out. Bring him on out. No, I'm not dying twice. It's not happening. My goal of not dying! I missed. I suck. Yay. Let's do this. No way. I shotgunned him. How did he live? Somebody tell me, how did he live? Yay! We did it! We did it! God damn. Alright, so. Valor overflowing. How did I even do? 5.33. This loadout is absolutely phenomenal. I do love it. If you can get yourselves a Fellwinter's Lie, a Mida multi-tool, a Starfire Protocol, and run Bottom Tree Dawnblade, you can actually do really well with it if you learn some of the inner workings. The best thing to do is if you take damage, dip out, heal up, like try and stay near cover, heal up, Phoenix dive, that way you don't give away any, or you don't waste any time, I should say. You don't want to waste time in firefights a lot. And this gives you the ability to, if you just miss a couple shots and you get shot a couple times, you can heal up enough to peek back out and maybe clean them up. It can save your life when you're trying to run. All sorts of craziness that it can do. It's really good. And if you're in your super and somebody tries to run underneath you, you can just drop to the ground and kill them. It's wonderful. Valor is overflowing, so I need to reset it, and then I can go to... Oh, wait. I can't reset it that way. I actually have to go to the tower and talk to Shakes. Woo! We've been doing good, all right. Y'all been doing fine today. Taking care of yourselves, staying hydrated, cool. Eat when you're hungry and stuff. You know, have you been doing the stuff needed? Because I have. Had to go in for a couple of hours today to work, and then engaged in some self-care, which is sitting here streaming and talking to y'all. All 4 of you. I appreciate you for tuning in, by the way. I really do.
Tell me, you don't fear Vanguard operations? Do you fear the Crucible?
Going for a reset. Winter's Guile. Those are so bad. These are really solid gloves, but they have 2 of the worst stats to have 2s on. Do I have any? I don't. Oh, yeah. I really haven't even been doing the work that I need to. I need to get 2 more Ascendant Shards, and then I can upgrade my one of my favorite exotic pieces in the entire game. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to put that away because it's okay. I want to put... I can't put that away. Thorn has to stay in. I'll toss that. I'll toss that. I'll toss that and that and... Sounds about right. And then in here, I can go and break these, and I can break these, and I can break these, and these are just good. I can break these. Holy shit. Okay, wait. What? No, why? Why would you do this? These are one of the worst exotics in the game, and now I have to try and use them. Fuck. Bungie, why do you do this? Why? Why? Alright, we'll put these on. These on. Let's have radiant light, and so these can have. What are my stats? Look at that. Look at that. That's so. Why? Okay. I actually do need to do that so that I can put that on here. Alright. Guess it's time. Get rid of that because I don't care. We'll put that there. I guess. I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. And then bow. Alright, cool. Oh, that's what I have to do. Fuck! Okay. This is very important. Okay. Very important. Wait, how much do I have? 93? Yeah, that would put me at 98, so it's not worth it to do it there. This one already has a full. That one has a full. That one is not. Wait, I don't need that much fucking melee energy. What do I have? 108. I guess I could beef up my mobility a bit. Put it at 65. Or I could do that and put that. Okay, that'd be 35. That would be 98. It's physically impossible for me to do that, so let's just go with grenade. Wait, no, that's a lie. How? Because it wasn't. Okay, that makes sense. I don't care. It's a 5-second difference. I don't care. I guess this is the best we're getting. Okay. Oh well. Garbage ass stats. Okay, so for some reason, Shax still wants to talk to me. What do you want, Shax? What do you want?
Always good to see another hero of the tower.
Oh,
This was made for you.
I'll take it. All right. So, hour and a half. That, it's not too bad. It's very fucking hot today. I know it only says it's 86, but you know what? That's hot to me. I don't like it. I want people. I swear I'm following somebody whose name was Mutual Aid Threads. Who is it? Yeah, no. There's a Twitter account that keeps dropping sick ass mutual aid threads. I swear I've actually shared some before. Let me see if I can find. I'm trying to find it, but I don't see them. Wait, did Gammy? Wait, Gammy's gone? I swear I'm using. What? I'm confused. Here we go. This is them. They changed their name. It was Mutual Aid Threads. At Open Your Wallet with 2 T's here. Did you get the whole name, please? Thank you. And it's black. It's mostly black trans people. Mutual aid. I don't see all of them. I don't like all of them. Sometimes if I have a little extra money, I don't have much very often, but sometimes I'll drop $5 here and there on some of these. I wish I could do more, but I can't because I'm very fucking poor. But go follow them, please, and if you do have the ability to help, that'd be wonderful. Hell, as a matter of fact, let me pull this back over here. Hey, black trans women. Black Trans Connection. Matter of fact, let me follow both of these. So, yeah, go follow them. Pay Black Trans Women, Black BLK Trans TRNS, but pay and women are fully spelled out. Black Trans Con 1, Con with 2 N's. Both of those. And then Open Your Wallet, and wallet has 2 T's in the at. That's something I think is a good thing. You know, shout them out. Go follow them. Go drop some money if you can. It's just a thing. Like, don't donate to me. Nobody donates here anyways. So, go donate there. I may be poor, but they need it way fucking more than I do. Here we go. Let's just go into some Clash and try this thing out, because I do not think that, actually, no. Fuck. PvP level advantage is enabled? When did they do that? That's fucked. There we go. We can just run it this way. Boop, boop, boop. I'm starting to get hungry. It's almost 5 p.m. Holy shit. there's so much work we need to do. Um, but I will say, if you want to be super based and not at all cringe, uh, what? Okay, I'm so confused. Double live now. Hell yeah. So I have a video that I just put out 2 hours ago. Right here. See? Positive themes in anime. I'll also put this one out. Why are dims useless? The thing with these are it's actually a little bit of subversion, but you should go watch it. And this one is kind of short. I tried to keep myself organized. As a matter of fact, here's how I did that. Let me open. I had the topics and the individual. I mostly just used Naruto and One Piece because they're some of the more popular ones. They're some of the ones that get the message better written, getting the message across that they wanted to, and pushing all of these themes in almost every type of scene that you could get in the show. It's almost impossible to find scenes. I mean, there's some negative, toxic masculinity that's also involved in the show as well, and there are some negative themes that they touch on, as well as going through different ways that people handle trauma. It's a perfect example with. I'm actually going to go over the mental health thing in anime as well before too long, but they actually have specific as a quick example in Naruto. They have two people who suffer a very similar trauma, but react to it in wildly different ways. Naruto was kind of alone for pretty much his whole life. And while he initially hated the village and shit like that, he grew up trying to get their respect and their attention and do everything he could. He actually pulled the class clown routine a lot, doing things to be annoying just to get the attention itself, not because he was actually like goofy or whatever. I mean, he's Naruto, but because it was a way to get attention regardless of if it was positive or negative. That's how alone he was. But he ended up getting a couple of friends, and that changed the way that he did things. Like he pushed to become a better person, a better ninja, all this shit. Like there's a huge deal. Meanwhile, Sasuke became alone, and he was shown all sorts of love and attention and deference and shit, and he ended up just seeking revenge and becoming well, an empty shell. Up to a point. I mean, I'm still rewatching it, but there's a basic thing. They dealt with their traumas in very different ways, even though it was a pretty similar thing. Both of them being alone, not having parents to go home to. Sasuke had them initially, and they were ripped from him. Naruto never knew his. Uh, Something I do want to touch on that one though is how shitty the third Hokage was. Like one of his best students seals the nine-tailed fox in his son, and in an effort to try and make him like a hero to the village, get acknowledged, and protect everyone, and wished great things upon him, and for him to be loved and stuff. The third Hokage was there. He saw the entire thing, and he still treated Naruto like shit. He just gave him monthly expenses and just left. Would never talk to him really. So I mean, I get it. It's the third Hokage, but you go to his house once a month. You couldn't spend a couple hours with him and just talk to him, show him some level of compassion. That's pretty fucked. So I used to like the third Hokage a bit, and now I don't. I think he was kind of a shitty old dude in that regard. I mean, he did a lot of work to try and protect the village and what blah 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 blah, but while Naruto was a kid. No. Iruka is one of the better ones. Now I'm getting way off fucking track here, but yeah, I didn't touch on a lot of that. I really should go back and remake it and go, but that's going to be more of a different thing. I'm going to talk about that in a mental health version of the video, how it touches on those things, because a lot of anime really does touch on it pretty alright. And then yeah, why dims are useless is the thing that I did, and it has a view, so cool. We are at an hour and 44 minutes in. How long am I actually going to stream today? I do not know. Uh, do 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 do. So it gets a little hard trying to juggle all the stuff. It does. Oh God, is anarchismus and taco fucking arguing? Oh, somebody blocked me on Twitter. Oh, okay. Oh fuck. Fuck. Okay. Yep. The Ansons are fighting the Posties. Anarcho-syndicalists are getting, are well, it's more the post-structuralists are getting mad at the anarcho-syndicalists. Oh, that's fucking great. Toasted toast. Excellent. Interesting. I don't know where all of these clan members came from. I do not know this person or this person at all. I actually don't know this person either. I know all three of these people in real life. Hmm. Scatterbrain, we're doing scatterbrain shit. Scatterbrain, we're doing scatterbrain shit. Let's roast someone. Oh God. Critical race theory debate featuring Destiny, Actual Justice Warrior, and RGR. Oh my God. So it's Destiny, Destiny version 2, yeah, female Destiny, essentially, and actual Justice Warrior, one of the biggest dipshits I've ever heard speak. Why, Dylan? Why? No. Fucking Macron. Generally offensive to everyone, but is not super attractive to anybody. Thousands rally in support of Muslim family killed in Canada. Good. Who do we want to make fun of? Uh, God, who was it that had a really dog shit take that I watched the other day? Oh, no, that was a little while ago. It was the Kink at Pride discourse with Demon Mama, and I don't want to go over that again. You know, again. Nobody cares. Matt Walsh, of course he doesn't. Matt Walsh is a dumb fuck. Ooh, that's a good one to go over. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay, uh, let's see. You know what? Let's see. Let's see. We'll go with this one.
Alrighty, folks, I went on Duolingo to try and learn how to speak woke. They do not offer this class yet, so instead, my producers put together this torturous game for me, where I will attempt to guess the correct woke term being.
Oh, your producers. Okay, so it's going to be everything is going to be wrong in this. I can tell you that right now. So let's see. Let's get on to it.
offered. I'll be provided with either a definition, a video, or an image that pertains to the word. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Giant Partners. Now, let's play awareness.
Wait.
I mean, I assume that you mean woke. I got it right. Yeah. that was
Social
an easy
awareness.
one.
Yeah. I mean,
Next one.
but even then, not really. Social awareness is social awareness. Woke means, knowing what in society is causing harm to marginalized communities and trying to avoid those behaviors and the dismantling of those systems. It's more nuanced than just social awareness. I mean,
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here and you want to know.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
That is a perfect example of someone being misgendered because that is clearly a lady behaving in very feminine fashion. Yeah.
he did get that one right. That is misgendering, and no matter how snarky you are about it, yes, that person identifies as a woman, and so they are a woman.
Yes.
A little fun fact: that incident right there is actually the thing that uh, really, like, I was already kind of leaning towards the more left side of things, but that incident right there really cemented, like, I was looking into things. I saw the arguments left and right on, this person's not a woman, and I saw a really good thread one day that was explaining why this person is a woman and how it's actually extraordinarily harmful to trans people in general. It's extraordinarily harmful, more so than usual, to go out of your way to misgender people who are starting transition and starting to do a more feminine presentation. I mean, the big hoop earrings, the makeup, stuff like that. And so it was actually a really eye opening thread that kind of solidified more of my beliefs in treating trans people, like they want to be treated.
Knowledge of people gained from direct face-to-face interaction rather than through a technological medium. Oh man, I feel like I should get this one. As soon as the answer is provided, I will be regretful that I didn't get this. Face-to-face. Yeah, the timer's going. Pressure's on. I don't know. What are we going for here? Yeah.
How dare you?
She is disappointed in me. Okay, what was the answer? Lived experience. Oh, okay. I feel like that's a bit of a misdefinition.
That is absolutely a misdefinition. I'm just like, wait, hold on. That's just face-to-face interaction. Lived experience, like you can hear about somebody's lived experience on the internet. That's how you experience a lot of people's lived experience now. Is you either read it in books or articles or Twitter or Tumblr threads or Facebook, or a lot of it is online interactions or YouTube videos. Like I give you some of my lived experience in some videos previously.
How dare you? That definition was not good.
It's not good.
All right, next. I mean, I understand what you're going for here, right? You're going for that there's LGBT subtext, correct? But I don't understand. But I'm not sure what the terminology you're looking for here is.
Let's see.
This is all wrong.
Every time she says this sort of stuff, it just hurts me right in my soul. Oh, queer baiting. Yeah, then that's true. Yeah. That is the phenomenon where there are two characters who are not gay, but since they're in the same frame together, we're supposed to assume that they're gay. And the fact...
No, it's more when the writers intentionally write characters to come across as being potentially gay, but it's kind of a subtext. You don't really know exactly if they are or not. Kind of a Sherlock Moriarty thing from the show Sherlock. That god-awful, piss-poor excuse of media. Yeah, no, they do a lot of... queer baiting is when you usually intentionally portray characters as though they could be gay, but they're trying to hide it or something like that, or you put heavy subtext that they are, and turns out they're not, or whatever.
The fact that they're not gay is apparently baiting the queer community into thinking that they're gay or something like that. Yeah, Star Wars, they had this big thing about how Finn and Poe were actually secretly gay, despite the fact that there was no evidence that either of them was gay. But apparently, that was queer baiting. Ernie and Bert, obviously. Xena Princess Warrior. You get this kind of stuff all the time.
No, only one of those. Bert and Ernie, they live together. They're roommates. I mean, some of the stuff they do is, like, really close and personal with each other. That doesn't necessarily mean they're gay, but it's a kid's show. And correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so Workshop just said that they don't have any sexual orientations. They just live together. They're good friends. They share personal experience and live and shit together, like whatever. I wasn't sure. I heard semi-recently that they came out and said that they were gay for representation or whatever, but asexual still works. Good dude friends living together, like whatevs.
Almost all individuals are cisgender. What is heteronormativity? It could be cisnormativity. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Cisnormativity. Oh yeah, no, my fluency with this language.
Wait, hold on. What was that definition? No. Not quite. Cisnormativity is treating things as though it is normal the quote unquote normal state of things to be cisgender, and that being non binary or any flavor of trans or anything is a quote unquote deviation from the quote unquote normal. That's what cis normativity is.
What is heteronormativity? It could be cisnormativity. Yeah. Yeah. Cisnormativity. Oh, yeah, no, my fluency with this language is pretty high, actually.
Joe is white, and Gabby is Latinx.
She isn't, though.
As they begin their studies, they enter an educational system with statistical differences in how students of different races and ethnicities are treated, even those that come from identical socioeconomic backgrounds.
What is this, equity? Are we doing equity, discrimination? Are we doing unconscious bias? This could be unconscious bias. Or it could be implicit bias. Okay. Yep. Ain't no evidence of racism, but it must be there.
No. For one, some students just do worse than others. It's just a fact. Like, even if you're in the same, that's a terrible fucking example of implicit bias. Implicit bias is, let's see, mock jurors, people who are assessing a fake crime, putting more weight on the evidence presented against the darker skinned subject than the lighter skinned subject, even though the crimes and the hypothetical crimes and evidence are identical. That's an implicit bias. Just because the person has a different color skin than white, they get more weight put on random evidence that was presented. More things seem to lead towards guilt, the darker skinned subject, as opposed to being white. That is an example of implicit bias. But, of course, the Daily Wire can't do that because accurately portraying things, what are they, a news organization?
We can't find any other explanation. It must be implicit bias. Implicit bias assessment tests are the biggest pile of social science garbage ever created.
No, I'm pretty sure shit like phrenology, which was a social science, because it wasn't a real science. Shit like that, shit that was used to degrade people who weren't white. That's more bullshit social science than anything like implicit bias. Because implicit bias actually exists, It's a real thing.
Trash.
Zeroes in on how some groups, whether classified by sexuality, race, or ability, face more struggles, injustices, and systematic oppression than others. And it uses this lens as a way of discourse. Oh, that's an easy one, guys. That's intersectionality.
Yeah. Well, it looks at how groups' oppression intersects. I mean, that's...
Are you telling me it's not? That's not intersectionality? Oh.
How dare you?
Wow. That's sad. Intersectionality is a form of identity politics.
Kind of, but not really. I mean, it looks at identities and determines, but it's not exactly the same. But Ben Shapiro actually did get that right, so whoever made this is even dumber than Ben.
I feel like I get at least half credit for that. I get half credit for that.
You have stolen my dreams.
Half a Greta.
Oh God.
Cultural appropriation. That was the person from X-Men.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what you're going for here.
It's not cultural appropriation.
This is all wrong.
Yeah, she would be like a fantastic game show host, right? She's like Simon Cowell, but nastier. Oh, because like the X-Men. Oh.
Oh, that's super fucked. Come on. Ben. Holy shit, that is so fucking horrible.
Oh. Yeah, you're digging deep on that one.
Yeah.
Away with it now.
Half a Greta. Okay.
It's the greatest city in the history of mankind.
It was closer to cultural appropriation than... Do people even use the Latin X thing anymore? I saw that around for like a month.
Discovered by the Germans in 1904. They named it San Diego, which of course
Historical
in German
revisionism.
means a whale's vagina.
Doesn't it mean Saint Diego?
No.
Yeah, excellent example of mansplaining.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, true. Historical revisionism would fit in there, but I don't think that gets into the woke terminology thing that they're going for. But yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that is a decent example of it. Whitewashing. I know this one.
Okay, and this one's still not cultural appropriation. This is the routine. What's the term for it? This is the routine where we're not allowed to have actors play people of different races. White bleaching.
This is all wrong.
Whitewashing. Okay, I get it. All right, but just a quick note: there are all these people who are really pissed that Gal Gadot is supposed to play Cleopatra in an upcoming movie, and they're like, "No, it needs to be an Arab." Cleopatra was not Arab. Cleopatra was a Phoenician, meaning Greek descent. So yeah.
That is true. Cleopatra actually wasn't Arab. Like, yep, descendant of founder Ptolemy, a Macedonian Greek general and companion of Alexander the Great. She would have looked more like this, which not too far off. I mean, she's a little bit whiter, but yeah, I mean, Cleopatra was not Arab.
Not the same thing. Okay, is this cultural appropriation? Because that's super like giant cultural appropriation, is it not?
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't apply to them because they're woke. If you're woke, you can culturally appropriate as much as you want.
No, if you're native, you can dress in native garb. Okay, that's what it is. And there is not really any cultural appropriation of cowboys. Like, fuck off with that.
That's the rule. This refers to how various types of oppression are linked together. Okay, this one's intersectionality, right? Various types of oppression interlinked.
Interlinked.
All right. I'm on a hot streak of wokeness.
Also, yeah, okay, I don't know why the one that they put as the other one, I don't remember what it was, that was identity politics. Yeah, the one that they label as identity politics, and this definitely, I mean, they go together.
This is Jamal. Jamal is a boy who lives in a poor neighborhood.
Ben Shapiro covered this video and got blown the fuck out over it. Okay.
He has a friend named Kevin who lives in a wealthy neighborhood. All of Jamal's neighbors are African
Institutional racism, by the way.
American, and all of Kevin's neighbors are white. Because Jamal's school district is mostly funded by property taxes, his school is not very well funded. His classrooms are overcrowded, his teachers are underpaid, and he doesn't have access to high-quality tutors or extracurricular activities.
This is white privilege over here. This could be redlining. This could be white privilege. This could
No,
be
it's institutional racism.
wealth
That's what the
inequality.
video was about.
By the way, there's so many lies in this video. I did a whole video about it, and I still missed the chief lie, which is that schools are predominantly funded by property taxes, which they no longer are. That's not been true for a long time. But okay.
How dare you?
It's sad. Okay, so what
yeah.
was this one?
Institutional, systemic oppression. No, come on. It's institutional racism. I guess systemic oppression works there too, but systemic racism. Yeah. Systemic oppression, systemic racism, institutional racism. Yeah.
Systemic oppression. Okay, again, here's the problem with the vocabulary. All these terms mean the same damn thing, right?
No, they don't. No, Ben, they don't. They actually have separate meanings, and if you were smart, you could easily parse them out, but you're not. Intersectionality is looking at ways that different people's oppression and their race, their class, their sexuality, all these different groups, how their oppression intersects. So if you're like a white, cis, gay man, then you've got being gay is your point of oppression. So you have that category that you could fall under, but you're white, so you don't really face that oppression. You're cis, so you don't face the oppression that trans people face, and you're a man, so you don't face the oppression that women face. But if you were, say, a black, disabled, trans lesbian woman, obviously woman, then yeah, you've got the misogyny, the anti-trans, the homophobic oppression, uh, the oppression of being non-white. Like you've got all these different. So you have to look and analyze those, and it's a lens of analysis over all these different things, and it's not just all these. And systemic oppression or systemic racism is how there can be systems in place that still oppress minorities, even though the people operating them themselves are not explicitly racist. They don't have an explicit bias in running them. They just continue running the systems, and the systems themselves produce racist outcomes, and that's a systemic racism. And so there's like, oh my god,
It's systemic oppression, white privilege, implicit bias.
They interlink, but they're not the same. Yes, white privilege is the privilege that white people get for being white because the way that the systems were designed at the beginning of the fucking country. Like
wealth and equity, right? All of these things.
Wealth and equity, yeah, that's part of white privilege in a sense, but also not, because they're poor white people. That's a class issue, not a race issue. You stupid motherfucker. He's so dumb.
Things mean the same thing. So when I say all of them are just one giant mush term.
I'm not even.
That explains why you don't have any good arguments against them, and why you straw man, and why you're scared of them. You don't understand any of them. Ignorance breeds fear, and Ben Shapiro is an extraordinarily ignorant person, despite the fact that he's supposed to be posturing as, this massive-brained intellectual genius, the Wonder Child. Ben Shapiro, the Wonder Child. No, he's fucking dumb.
Even going to explain.
Okay. Alrighty, we'll get to more on the vocabulary and years. Their generation, giant partner. Head on at the link below.
Okay, what?
Oh, okay. This could be a couple things. This could be, it could be dead naming.
Yes. That okay. Calling somebody, yeah, that's dead naming. Like if you don't accept the name that people have chosen. Oh my god, he's so.
Okay, so dead naming is this thing where if you say the words Ellen Page, then you have misgendered Ellen Page or.
You are dead naming. You are using the incorrect name for a person who has transitioned and no longer wants to be associated with the name they were given. They have chosen a new name. I, as somebody who has 2 trans siblings, have had to work very hard to make sure that I do things properly, at least in the initial stages. Now it's not that big a deal. I have an older sister who had a different name before, but they changed their name since. And I have an older brother who had a different name, but has now chosen a different name than the one that they were given at birth. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Elliot Page, because Ellen Page now calls herself Elliot Page a man. Now, what's
Elliot Page used to have a previous name before transitioning, and he is now Elliot Page. So using that previous name is A, incorrect factually, and B, is just disrespectful. And C, you did a misgender there, Ben. You fucking idiot.
What's weird about this is I'm perfectly fine with calling people by whatever name they want. You can legally change your name, although I don't believe you can biologically change your sex. What's weird about dead naming?
Aha, that's a conflation there. Biological sex and gender don't have anything to do with one another, you dumb fuck. I mean, there are some correlations between them, but they aren't one-to-one. Biological sex and your gender are not the same fucking thing. You complete piece of shit.
Is this idea that if I say Bruce Jenner won gold medals in the Olympics, this is now dead naming. But Bruce Jenner...
Yes. Because this is Caitlyn Jenner.
Jenner did win gold medals in the Olympics. And Caitlyn Jenner won 0 medals at the Olympics. Because Caitlyn Jenner, even according to the logic of the trans community, is a woman. A woman didn't win those medals at that event because that would be a woman defeating all the men in all the men's events.
Hey, guess what? That person was always a woman. It just took a long time for them to come to terms with that and transition. So, yes, a woman did beat all those men at those events. Haha, guess what? Men BTFO'd.
This is why I say that transgender radical ideology violates the laws of biology, it violates the laws of grammar, and it violates...
Can you name me any laws of biology, Ben Shapiro? I guarantee you can't. You can't even name regular, like, codified laws in America appropriately, and you have a law degree. How?
It's laws of physics, because you're supposed to go back in time, and Elliot Page was always Elliot.
Yes, they just didn't realize that they were Elliot Page. Same thing with Caitlyn Jenner. Like, I highly disagree with Caitlyn Jenner's politics, but you know what? God damn it. Caitlyn Jenner is Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner just didn't know that she was always Caitlyn Jenner.
Page and was never Ellen Page, and you were all fooled, guys. When Ellen Page was starring in Juno and in Inception, that was actually Elliot Page. Literally, the headline, when Ellen Page changed her name to Elliot Page, the headline was, Juno star Elliot Page. And I was like, wait, there was no Elliot Page in Juno, but if you say that Ellen Page was in Juno, then you are now dead naming this person.
Yes. You just use a different word. Regardless of what the box says, it's super fucking easy.
It's wild. When a company tries to seem more environmentally friendly than it really is. Oh, well, the term green is going to be in here somewhere, I'm sure. There's no such term as greenwashing, as far as I'm aware. Oh, greenwashing. Okay, you could.
I actually hadn't heard that one, and it's a little interesting, but I get the concept, and sure, whatever, yeah, companies who pretend to be more environmentally friendly than they are also pieces of shit. So, yeah, call them out.
You could sort of suss that one out, right? Because there's also pinkwashing, which is where a pro-gay country like Israel, tolerant of gay people, if you show a gay person in Israel, then you are considered to be pinkwashing Israel because you're covering for all their other human rights violations by noting that Israel is friendly to gay people. That's how I got that, right? That's greenwashing because they're using their environmentally friendly practices to cover up for the fact that they're evil capitalist pigs.
No. Who am I?
Agender, that is non-binary. All right.
Wait, what was the?
All right.
What was the example?
Agender.
No. Who am I?
Agender.
Yeah, non-binary, agender, whichever.
That is.
Agender, they don't really have a gender. Like, yeah, it's
non-binary.
Even I'm not fully versed in all that one,
right.
but yeah, non-binaries.
I'm not bad at this, sadly. Listen, I did go to top universities, which means that I speak the vocabulary relatively fluently.
But you fucking don't. You're an idiot and you misconstrue all of these ideas. All of them. Even some of the definitions on here. No, I will admit he called out one that was an improper definition, the identity politics one, but it wasn't when it was actually like a component of intersectionality, but he doesn't understand these actual concepts and he just misconstrues them and misinterprets them all the goddamn time. Misrepresents what they're about.
The idea that a person can be culturally blocked from having a prominent public platform or career. Well, this would be, what, accountability culture? Is what they call cancel culture? See, the cancel culture is actually an anti-woke term, right? So what they say, well, so canceled, right? So, okay, fine. Canceled is a woke term, for sure. Cancel culture has become a right-wing descriptor of what the left has done, and then they call it accountability culture. So it's always a responsiveness of language.
Well, see, when you're getting canceled, you call it cancel culture because you got canceled. This is accurate. It is also accountability culture because your canceling is holding you accountable for the dumb shit or the harmful shit, usually both, that you say or do. Both words apply. I'd just keep it with cancel culture. You're fucking canceled, sweaty.
To ignore the implications of what they're doing all the time. Oh, is this
toxic masculinity?
What's the name of this? I know this. So making assumptions on the basis of gender.
How dare you?
That's hard. It goes right to your heart.
That's in disgrace.
Toxic masculinity. Yeah.
Yeah, boys can cry. Hell, I cried earlier when I was making my video. That anime one that I was showing you, that I mentioned. There is a scene in here that always, every single time, gets me. It is. Okay. There's actually a couple. This one right here, though. Like, straight up. Say you want to live, and then. That right there. Every time I cry. Every time. Anyways,
Yep.
hopefully we won't get the
So
stream
toxic masculinity
struck
is
for
when
that.
you make assumptions about boys like they should be masculine.
The age of men is over.
So toxic masculinity doesn't actually have any fundamental definition. If they said toxic masculinity is where a man acts like an asshole, then it
Well, it kind of is. All right. Essentially, toxic masculinity is behaviors that that are harmful both to men and women and non-binary people. But it's harmful to men, women, non-binary people, to the people around them, to themselves. It's restrictive. Things like boys don't cry. Just letting boys just constantly fight and be aggressive and shit. It's a cycle that gets perpetuated. Letting boys creep on girls and shit like that. It's not okay. Like there's components to toxic masculinity. You can fucking look them up. I mean, shit. Hey, what do you know? Boom. Includes aspects of hegemonic masculinity that are socially destructive, such as misogyny, homophobia, greed, and violent domination. What do you know?
would be like, okay, makes sense. Like if a guy walks up to another guy on the street and just punches him in the face. Toxic masculinity at work. There's a reason that there are many more men than women who are in jail for violent crime. If by toxic masculinity you mean what the left means, which is typically just being a dude at all,
Guys being dudes.
like having
No, that's not it. Guess what? I'm a dude. I do dude things, like whatever, but I'm also not a fucking toxic piece of shit like you, Ben.
a set, then apparent, which they won't even define as being masculine actually, so I can't even say that. But if you assume that there are certain traits that are associated with masculinity, this is also toxic masculinity. So if you say that men tend to hearth and home, which is one of the good things about men, then this is toxic masculinity as well. Having any sort of gendered expectations of people on the basis of their sex is toxic masculinity, and or just being a dude at all, unless you're a lady who's a dude, in which case you are just a dude but not toxic. Is that the way this works? Something like that.
We are expecting
No, it's not. Again, Ben Shapiro's a dumb fuck, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
a baby.
Awesome.
And the baby's coming soon.
Okay.
I am not pregnant.
I am transgender and I am carrying our baby.
Oh my
Fantastic.
I got nothing there. I don't know, complete rejection of biological reality.
No. Guess what, buddy? That person is pregnant. They are actively pregnant. They identify as a man. That is a pregnant man. Deal with it.
How dare you?
Oh, birthing people. That's a new one. It's a new addition to the vocabulary I haven't fully integrated yet. But that is a birthing person. A birthing, like...
Yeah, a person who can give birth. People with wombs. Like, whatever.
A woman.
No.
But a birth...
No, not a woman. A birthing person. A person who is capable of giving birth. Guess what? There are women with dicks out there. Guess what they can't do? Give birth. There are women with barren wombs out there. They're not a birthing person. They're a woman. They're not a birthing person, though. I mean, they can't give birth. That's what that means.
birthing person because that's a woman who has hormone treatments and surgery and identifies as a man. Birthing people? You mean vagina to people? And birthing people are any human who is capable of giving birth, i.e., a woman.
No, i.e., a person who is capable of giving birth, i.e., people with wombs.
We have to pretend that some women are not women.
No, you don't have to pretend. You need to accept actual scientific fact.
Biologically, and thus are birthing people. So, makes perfect sense. A statement, action, or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group, such as a racial,
Microaggression.
or ethnic minority. This is a microaggression. That's an easy one. All right. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty, so, not bad. I mean, bad for the country, horrible for civilization. Well,
No, it's actually been pretty good for civilization overall. You fucking crybaby. Caitlin Bennett doing dumb shit again. Alright, well, whatever. So we've been going for 2 hours and 24 minutes. Wow. Average watch. Wow. I am so happy that you all are here. Like, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. That's honestly overwhelming a little bit that y'all have been here for this long. I don't know what shit. I feel like I should repay you somehow. I guess we'll go give this a shot real quick. We'll give this one try, and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up. By the time I get done with this, it'll be like 2 hours and 45 minutes running, and I think that'll be fine. We'll be good there. I meant to take a break at the 2 hour mark, but I didn't, so I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. We'll do the one Gambit game just to see how this loadout does with the Winter's Guile as opposed to the Starfire Protocol. And if that's the case, well, no, I still want the Empowering Rift because it lets me, do more damage. Empowering Rift gets overlooked a lot. I overlooked it too. So, it's just a thing. Let's just go over all the mods. Gonna go over all the mods. Make sure I get all the mods. Gonna cover them all. Gonna cover them all. Gonna make sure. Gotta make sure. Gotta make sure. Huh. I need this. Alright, that's all my mods. And we're spawning into a game. We're gonna spawn into the game. This is nice. I gotta stop smoking at some point. Like, for real. Alright. I'm gonna end up watching One Piece after this. I already know it. I got so much I need to do. ruined it. Oh, they fucked me. Okay. Too many of them. Shit, I got 15 motes. That prevents them from being able to just dump all of the all their motes at once. Gives my team time to run it on up. Oh, that Shrieker fucks you up. Oh my god. So this exotic is supremely interesting. Fucking Shriekers, dude. They blast. I don't know how you're supposed to stop that. Hey, I don't know what you want. Oh, there. You fucking jackass. Okay, this is very important. Don't care. Got the motes in. That's all that matters. I'm on it. Never mind. Drop, 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 drop. Fucking dink him. Dink him in. Night Watch, huh? That wrecked me. But it's alright. I think we can do this. I'm pretty sure we've got this. We've got this in the bag. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, na, 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 na. Yay! Alright, so, it can be really hard to kill things with melee just outright like that, but if you manage it, then you can do a lot of damage with a melee. You can actually one-shot a yellow bar with max stacks. You can just run up and just run through them. Run up, punch them. It's very fun, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and I need to change this around, I get. No, actually, I'll just leave it. Fuck it. Elemental Light, Radiant Light, Locked and Loaded, Powerful Friends, Elemental Ordnance. Yeah, seems fine. Stats are okay. Could be better, but they're okay. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay, that's gonna be it for me, y'all. I really do hope you enjoy. Take care of yourselves. Take take a nice day off if you're off today. Do some self work or whatever. You know, some what do you call it? Recuperation, I believe is the term. And yeah, subscribe. That's a good way to do it. You know, subscribe to the channel, and we'll go from there. Take care, everyone.